Democrats are gaining momentum in their pre-midterm redistricting wars with Republicans. Yes, that's still going on. On Friday, Virginia's Senate passed a constitutional amendment that paves the way for state lawmakers to begin redrawing congressional maps ahead of the midterm elections. The measure is expected to appear on the ballot this spring, and it will be up to Virginia voters to approve it or not. And in California, a panel of federal judges upheld state Democrats' gerrymandered congressional map that's designed to boost Democrats in this year's midterms. Both California Republicans and the Justice Department requested the panel block the map from being used. Those requests were denied. Joining us now is the Speaker of the Virginia House of Delegates, Don Scott. Scott, who was just reelected, is the first Black Speaker in Virginia's history and the first of any to serve back-to-back terms as Speaker since 2018. Speaker, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me. Good to see you.
Good to see you. These redistricting wars, the conversations that have been happening and the actions that have been taken by lawmakers across the country, there are people that are excited about it, people that are worried about it. But at the end of the day, when you look at, I think you guys are trying to net 3 or 4 seats here. When you guys look at it and you tell voters, this is what we want, and you take it to voters instead of the way Republicans did it in Texas, where they kind of shoved it down voters' throats. Why go to the voters first? What are you hoping? One, I know what you're hoping the voters to do, so say yes. But at the end of the day, why go this route?
First of all, happy MLK weekend to everyone. Yeah. Eugene, that's a great question. We really have no choice. We don't want to do this. We would love for Congress to pass a anti-gerrymandering federal law, but we have no choice. Donald Trump picked up the phone, called Greg Abbott in Texas, and has gerrymandered the races in Missouri and North Carolina. And now we know he has picked up the phone and called Ron DeSantis in Florida, and they're going to redistrict as well. We have no choice. He has put us in the position that we have to do everything in our power to level the playing field. We have to make this fair. We have to create a fair environment so that Donald Trump cannot steal these elections. We know that his policies are so bad. If he was confident in what he was doing, he would run on his record. But because his record is so bad, he knows that he will lose. And so we have to protect Virginia's and the country's opportunity to have our voices heard on what Donald Trump is doing in this country right now.
Speaker Scott, Governor Spanberger has taken a slightly different approach to redistricting than you have. She has, in the past, when asked about it, has pointed to the fact that she's won Republican districts. She has been non-committal about supporting this effort, although she has said that she would be deferential to your leadership on this and that she thought Virginia should leave the option open. Have you spoken with her recently on the issue, and has she changed her tune at all?
Well, we celebrated this historic swearing in for the first female governor in the history of the Commonwealth of Virginia. It was my great honor to be able to be the first person to officially say Her Excellency. So I have not had the opportunity to speak to her on this specific issue. I'm gonna give her 24 hours to let this sink in for her. I want to give, but then tomorrow we will probably be having these conversations how we move forward. I feel confident based on her record as a CIA agent, a federal investigator, her belief in the rule of law, that we are watching Donald Trump trample over our Constitution as a Black man here, and we're celebrating MLK Day, and he spent a lot of time protesting. We have a president that is harassing and tear gassing, and he shot a unarmed white lady in the face in America, and we are justifying it, and they are justifying it. And so right now we have no choice, I think, but to push back against the atrocities that are being committed by Donald Trump and his minions. And so I feel confident that Abigail Spanberger is going to take this moment seriously, and she's going to rise to the occasion to make sure that we help to level the playing field and put back fundamental fairness in American democracy and American politics.
Speaker Scott, you've mentioned twice now that it's MLK weekend, and I'm glad you're doing that because, with all the things that are going on, it is easy to forget that this is a holiday weekend and for whom this holiday has been named. You are the first African-American speaker there in Virginia. You just laid out the case for, what is wrong with the Trump administration and the challenges that are facing this country. But as an African-American man of a certain age, because we're similar ages here. Please explain to viewers, if you can, what gives you hope in this time of incredible need, whether it's financial need, whether it's spiritual need, moral need, or just patriotic need, as we see an American government basically unleash its powers on the American people there in Minneapolis.
Well, thank you. You know, we have been marginalized in this country, African Americans, since 1619. I'm here at the birthplace of American slavery in Virginia. I'm sitting right down my window where I sit now is 3 Confederate statues that still stand in the Capitol Square to remind me and remind us of the work that needs to still be done. I was born, I'm younger than you. I probably look a little better than you, but I'm younger than you. I mean, I'm not older than you. I was born in March of 1965. I was born on March 5th of 1965. On March 7th of 1965, Bloody Sunday. I know I look better. Bloody Sunday, Selma, Alabama. And so we were fighting for voting rights. We are still living we are still living in a time where it should not be lost on us that we have to continue to fight. We don't get to take a time out. We don't get to shrink away from the moment and put our heads down and be in despair. We've gone through too much, come too far, and we won't go backwards. And so I think this is an opportunity for all of us, all Americans, Black, white, Latino, everyone to come together, Asian Americans, everybody to come together to still fight for this inclusive vision of the beloved community that Dr. King always spoke about. And I think there are people who want us to be separated, want to keep us divided. And Donald Trump has done a great job of doing that and trying to move the ball. He doesn't want to talk about how he has destroyed the economy, especially here in Virginia. That is why we won an historic majority. When I became Speaker, we had a 51-49 majority. Now we have a 64-36 majority. He knows what is coming if he continues these policies, which is why he is trying to destroy American democracy, destroy the voting rights for all of America, so that we will not have the midterm shellacking that he has coming his way. If we keep these elections fair and we level the playing field in Virginia, even though Donald Trump put us in this position, we have to respond. We cannot unilaterally disarm while he tries to steal the midterms. And that is what the lesson that we have learned from Dr. King, you know, community or chaos. This is our opportunity to choose community.
Speaker Scott, I'm driving down to Richmond to come see you because I knew there's a reason why I liked you.
He come and see you because you call him old. That's why he come see you.
No. I love your spirit, Speaker Scott.
You look good, bro. You look good. Believe me.
Speaker Don Scott, thanks for taking time for us on such a major weekend. We appreciate it.
Thank y'all.